Good, good afternoon. Beautiful day here in sunny Queens, New York City. Why are you nervous about giving your whereabouts? You've been saying sunny Queens for I don't know. You know why? You know why? I'll tell you why. Go ahead. Uh, Tess the Mess, if you remember her. That's going back a ways. Look at this gorgeous sunny day. Um, this girl that used to stalk me online and really not even just online, she stalked me in life. It was her job to stalk me. She was, I don't know, fascinated with my journey. um she got my first YouTube. She was instrumental in dismantling my first YouTube account on trumped up charges, but YouTube listened to her. She complained enough and they took down my account. Mother and father, hi. Just slow down, slow down. And yeah, you can tell this story. It's fine. It happens to people all the time. Trumped up internet charges, and that's why. But that stuck with you. This is mother talking. Yeah, it stuck with you. That one of the last things that woman said is, "You should stop telling people where you're from." And all I ever said was Queens, because they can easily find you and kill you. Mm. And I guess that stuck with me. Like, if so, I mean, I get, I don't know. It seemed like such a really vicious thing to say. I mean, right? Yeah. Well, look who's on your side. Big boy there, Jesus. Right. Jesus is working with this team, so he's right. So let's go back. Let's see if we can get a little smaller shot. I don't think we can, honey. No, this is the best shot we can get. But we're working today with the gypsy cards and we're doing a reading and we're just doing a little bit of music. So today we're working with our Hungarian gypsy cards and our gold deck. Mother and Father, bless this reading. How we work with this deck is we pick one from each deck and they play off the other. Gypsy card is thought, giving thoughtful consideration to everything you say and do. And that's Eckhart. Look at that card. It looks like young Eckhart Tolle sitting on a park bench, and it's perfect. It's the card for thought and thinking. And the card that corresponds with this in the golden deck today is the Four of Swords, which means picking and choosing your battles and knowing when to walk away and when to lay down. Really when to lay down. So they seem to go hand in hand, and Eckhart is here. He was here yesterday. It's great to see you. You're here all week. Yeah, like those comedians. Yes, I'll be here all week. Right. Yeah, the card. Okay. Without too much, Lena, there's really no need to meddle with the camera. You have a good setup. It's fine. All right. Sorry. Yeah. I always advise that thinking can become your living hell. Giving too much thought to things can become your living hell. And I'll comment very quickly on that episode you had with that woman, Teresa. Right. What she did you was a huge favor at the time. Yes, you lost many videos, but you still have many on file. And one day, perhaps you'll decide to upload them again. Or perhaps you will look at them and think, this one is better off not being aired. Because you have progressed now in your spiritual journey in which those messages are no longer pertinent to your journey now. Right. And even that vibration of the past, that vibration of the past is something that does not need to be recirculated into the vibrational atmosphere any longer. You aired your grievances then. It's over with. And that woman did you a favor. She also did herself a favor because watching your videos was burning her up with such hatred. and she was wasting an awful lot of time being angry and impotently filled with rage. So it served many purposes, and it gave you a chance to regroup. In the interim, you took the energy that you would have used for those making those videos. You took a year off of social media, and you started a blog. And your blog is wonderful. And now it's 4 volumes full of beautiful poetry, artwork, photography, architecture. These things would not have been done had you allowed the energy of that particular episode in your life to snowball. Thank you, Eckhart. That's great. Yeah.
Architecture.
Yes. He calls our murals. He's referring to our murals and our mosaics.
All right. Wow.
Which is true. Yes, absolutely. Those are works of architecture. Could be made into they are the prototype of what could be made into some very, very beautiful anything, furniture, or that's interesting. Maybe we'll do like a J chair. Like, here's the J. Where is it? Wouldn't that look nice? Yeah, the seashells would go up my ass, though. You're so nice, John. That's really sweet. Next gypsy card. Thank you, Eckhart Tolle. This is wonderful. Patty Smith is with us here today. Patty was also with us yesterday, as was Gilda Radner. And we have the judge. And once again, the judge card stands for judge, not lest ye be judged. Yes, indeed. Judge not lest ye be judged. Let him who is perfect cast the first stone. Yes, and that woman was constantly casting stones at you. And Lena, in turn, you became a very defensive person, not saying you're not rightfully so, but you're better than that. And so is John. Thanks. Thank you. Hey, George. Hey. You got my puppet out today. Yeah, I know. Where is it? It's in bed. We'll look at it later. George's beautiful puppet is gorgeous, and there's a picture of it online today. We made that it was one of the very first puppets. So we're gonna have a good look at the George puppet later, drinking a cup of tea. With what I love about the George puppet, the original George puppet, is that it's got George's original teeth. Yeah, those great big fang teeth of George's. Yeah, really great. 9 of Pentacles. That stands for go to work and get busy. You reap what you sow, so you want to be reaping and sowing some positive stuff. So this is the song that John was very particular about today, of having me work on for the first time ever, Because the Night. Take me now, baby, here as I am. Hold me close, try and understand. Desire is hunger, is a fire I breathe. Love is a banquet on which we feed. Come on now, and try and understand the way I feel when I'm in your hand. Take my hand under the cover. Can't hurt you now, can't hurt you now, can't hurt you now. Because the night belongs to love. 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 So yeah, I don't want to do this on camera, John. It's all right. Just try a couple of notes anyway. Yeah, that'll be great. We've got to start. We've got to start, and that's all we need, right? So it's good, yeah. Do we want to do some more cards before we? Oh, let's go back into the I Ching that we did yesterday. That Gilda Radner brought to us, which means tread carefully, and take it easy, and don't overdo it. Okay, great. So Gilda's card was tread easy. Sorry, guys. Show them the workbook. Okay, yeah, you got it. Just to give you an idea, John wants to show that what we work on, or like, the Pete Best book. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is our workbook. You tricked me, I know. But I did want them to see the workbook because, and just to, she's not dicking around here. This is a priestess, and this is how she learns the I Ching. Show them your runes. See, I knew. Okay, you get the idea. We're always working. We're always working. We have notebooks up the wazoo, and this is our I Ching, and guest cards, and this is how we keep track of what the cards mean and who the guests that visit who represent these cards, and it's a pretty interesting way of. It's a great system. Now, Pete Best, yeah. We started this book. Again, John did not really feel happy about reading it for a long time. Yeah. Because it's painful for him. Because no matter what a smart ass and a wise ass he pretends to be, he has an amazing guilty conscience about a lot of the things he did during this lifetime when he was John Lennon. And the Pete Best story is one of them. And so is the Jimmy Nicol story. We've covered Jimmy Nicol already. We've had Jimmy Nicol in. Look back on the blog. John and Jimmy made their peace, yes, but that was also extremely painful for John, for them, yeah, shit, yeah. But and people could argue and say, well, John's a cold-hearted bastard, and he never looked back, and he didn't give a damn. He didn't say one thing about either of those guys, Pete Best or no, he didn't. When things are like really painful and raw in your psyche, you don't really like to go to some stupid ass reporter and tell them all how you're feeling. He lied to reporters constantly because nothing was any of the world's business. And John was very good at telling bullshit stories to all these fucking maggots that like wanted to adhere to the Beatle legacy and think they know everything about this guy and this band. So far, it's real sad because Pete and Ringo were real buddies in Germany. When Ringo was working with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, the drummers stuck together. They went shopping together for cymbals. They joked around a lot. And Pete, you could tell he's got a nice sense of humor. He's a nice guy. He really is a nice fella. The most heartbreaking thing about this. Here's the other lineup with Richie, of course. Of course we love Richie, God. But I said to John, the most heartbreaking thing in this book, don't make a miss, I know, is the pictures of Pete as a young, hopeful, sweet-faced boy whose mother rocked the Casbah. She started the Casbah out of 7 adjoining basement rooms on the strip where they lived. Nobody was using the basements. She had access to 6 other basements and the family's basement, and she turned it into a club. And that's where all the young people from all over the place, not just Liverpool, but they heard about this place and they were like, they're rocking this joint. She had a coffee bar going, espresso bar. She didn't serve alcohol, but people could bring their own. And she also had like eggs, chips, took care of these kids, was like a den mother to all of them. And her son, Pete, she bought him a drum kit, and he was circulating with the bands down there. Played with a couple of different outfits before the Beatles asked him to go to Germany with them. He was asked. He was invited. That's how he joined the band. He had a great-looking drum kit. That helped. But his mother owned the Casbah. They were all buddies. They were friends. The boys even helped to paint. John helped paint the Casbah. We went there. He got his first gig. He secured his first gig down there, and then they put him to work painting the walls. The place wasn't even done yet. Look at this, look at this. Here's Pete, like, just sweet face, Life is really rough, but in some ways, maybe he had it better. I don't know. Maybe he had the better deal and just didn't know it. I don't know. I would have. Well, you can't think back that way. But I often thought, gee, he doesn't know how lucky he is. He really doesn't know how lucky he is. For his anonymity, yeah. For his relative anonymity, yeah. But you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and my fame allowed me to make an impact on the world seems that it was an important one. I hope it was. Yeah. I think, of course, it was important with the, aside from little girls wanting to get into my knickers and, yeah, well. But, the peace message and, I don't know. What's the matter? You seem a little, I think I need to, ooh, what was that? Yeah. Yeah. So you seem a little he gets down. When we looked at those pictures of Pete, you could feel John's my throat was constricting, and I could tell he gets very emotional. Yeah. But I'm glad we're diving into it and we can read it now. Unlike Pete tells some very funny stories about John, and they're all true. John assures me they are all true. These guys really got busy with the prostitutes over there. But it wasn't just the working girls who didn't charge them. They loved these young hipsters, and they just let them do whatever they wanted. So it was like really a field day, their first trip to Hamburg. But also a lot of hard times, freezing, filthy conditions, drunk the whole time. But Pete, the best stories that Pete Best tells is that about John dive. John he was like really one of the big pioneers of stage diving, like mosh pit stage diving. And he would just be in his underpants, bombed out of his skull, like doing like the Hitler march around the stage and then just flinging himself into audiences. And Pete tells it really funny, and and there was like murderers. Everyone there was like murderers. They all had knives. They were like people getting killed left and right in the alleyway right outside. It's really nuts, So for that, this bit of history in this book it's a great book. You'll pay a pretty penny for it. Sorry to say, if you try to find it now, but I only paid $9. Yes, number 9. $9, and the next one in the queue was like $300. So that's not bad shopping. No. Take care of Malina. Yeah. So let's see. We're not doing any more songs. I know that. So let's do a couple of cards. Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap up. Okay. Yeah. Like Eckert said, don't overdo. All right. It's been a couple of days, really, since last therapy. Yeah. Oh, boy. Loyalty. And again, we see a doggy. Oh, Herman. Yeah, Herman's here. And there's the wolves. Yeah. Herman has a message for me. Yeah. He's saying, it's 2 of Cups. He's saying, I love you so much, Mommy. My little dog Herman is my big dog. My big dog Herman is saying he loves me. Aw. I love you too, honey. And he's saying that, go ahead, Herman, what's up? Herman wants a card. Oh, yes, he's a very evolved soul. And they'll all get in on this. Ellie's here too. But yeah, Herman wants his say. All right. And yeah, it's the telepathy. It's a similar telepathy. I mean, you hear him. Yeah, I do. I hear clearly what he's asking me to do. Ah, the card for home. And with it, the Jack of Hearts, which is my golden boy, my golden son. Oh, he wants me to play his song. Oh no. You have to now. You promise. All right. I'm going to play Herman's song. I've never attempted this on piano. Let's go. First you got your hammy, he's off to Alabama. Then he's just a hammy, yo. Then you got your hammy, he pops a can of spammy. He shares it with his mammy, yo. Up-a-do, hammy, yo, moose, he's a hammy, yo, mouse. Half of a moose and 4/10 of a mouse. Hamiocentesis, love my boy to pieces. Hamiocentesis, mouse. I love you and Pastifazu, Herman, my Herman. He sometimes eats an occasional poo snack. Herman, my Herman. Oh, I love you and Pastifazu. I love you and Pastifazu. 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 First you got your hammy, got a band Sammy, got a band to hammy, yo. Then you got your hammy, pops gets spammy, shares it with spammy, yo. Bump-a-doo. Hammy, oh, news, he's a real hobnobber. Hammy, oh, mouse, he's all about the slobber. Hammy, oh, says, love my boy to pieces, love my boy to pieces. Mouse, he's just a mouse.
Very good.
Thank you. Well, you know, praise be God, Mother. That was great. Thanks. And let's wrap her up. Okay. I love you, hon. I love you too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, brethren. This has been a great, really nice, nice jam. And thanks to Pete Best for. Without Pete Best, the band wouldn't have had the start that they had. Simple as that. Things wouldn't have possibly ever happened at all. I don't know. Nobody does.